Hi, Iowa. This week, we racked up some serious wins on behalf of Iowans, and I wanted to give you a quick brief on our work. As a military officer, I'm always focused on the mission at hand. No big mission is accomplished without a long-term strategic plan of attack. And this week, we were able to focus on holding the federal government accountable. We're rolling back the heavy-handed, unchecked federal regulations that are driving up costs and crushing Iowans. The first line of attack I want to mention is passing the REINS Act. This was one of the first bills I co-sponsored after being sworn in. True to its name, the goal of the REINS Act is to rein in out-of-control bureaucracy. Last year alone, the cost proposed by regulations and the administration was $1 trillion. This bill puts proper checks in place to ensure our congressional oversight when it comes to major regulations proposed by unelected bureaucrats. Our federal agencies should be accountable to the taxpayer, and that means proper oversight by Congress, who is directly elected by the people. The second line of attack was the Save Our Stoves Act. Iowans know that DC can do some really silly things sometimes, but banning gas stoves might actually be one of the most absurd regulations yet. Let's be honest, I can't believe we even needed to pass this legislation, but that's where we are right now. This bill will prevent the Department of Energy from banning Iowans from purchasing a gas stove. Third, the final line of attack in this week's Financial Services Committee hearings was to help Iowans. We pushed back on overbearing government regulation on digital assets that causing jobs to move overseas, restricting our economy and taking freedom away from Americans. And I made sure the head of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or the CFPB, knew how regulatory burdens were crushing our small businesses and banks and credit unions right in Iowa. Overregulation is driving up the cost for American people and making us less competitive on the world stage. The bottom line is, this bureaucracy has gotten too big and lost sight of what the majority of Americans want from their government. These are the issues I hear about from Iowans across all 21 counties. In this district, I'm proud we are able to do more for Iowans and bring that type of common sense to Washington, D.C. As always, have a good weekend, a happy Father's Day, and privileged to get to serve you as your voice in Congress.